Hi students, how are you? I hope you are well. Last class we are learn about the sources of medieval India. In sources of medieval India, there are two types. One is the early medieval and later medieval periods, and the rule of some kings before the medieval period. These are the things we learn. And sources, there are two types of sources. One is a primary sources and another one is a secondary sources. Primary sources example inscription, monuments and coins. Secondary sources literary works, chronicles, travelogues, biographies and autobiographies. First one inscription. Inscriptions are writings engraved on solid surfaces. Example rocks, stones, temples, walls. This is called inscription. Example of inscription is Thiruvilangadu plates of Rajendra Chola first, unbuilt plates of Chandra Chola, Uttaramneru inscription in Kanjipuram. These are the well-known example of inscription. And the king Chola donated some land to the people. That is in different types. First one Vellan Vagai, land of non-Brahmin, Brahmadaya, land gifted to Brahmins, Salabanga, land for the maintenance of a school, Devadana, land gifted to temples, Pallichandam, land donated to Jaina institution. And next one in primary sources is first one inscription and second one monuments. What is monuments? Temples, palace, mosques, tombs, forts, minars and minarets are monuments. These are called monuments. Okay, these monuments are not in same type and same design. They have different type of architecture. The Sultan of Delhi introduced a new type of architecture, and Virupaksha temple, Vitala and Virupaksha temple, Brahadishwara temple, Durvara temple in Mount Abu, Konark in Odisha, Khajuraho monuments in Madhya Pradesh. These are some common example of monuments. Okay, and next we learn about the coins. Okay, different types of coins are used by different kings. Muhammad Ghori used the garnets of Lakshmi in gold coins, copper jewels used in by Delhi sultans, silver tanka used by Iltutmish, Alauddin Khalji used gold coins, Muhammad bin Tughlaq used token currency. These are the economic prosperity of coins by the kings. Okay, next one religious literature. That is, they have very good faith connected with the religious devotional movement is found very famous in Chola period. Kambaramayinam, Saikla Periya Puranam, Nalayira Divya Prabandham are composed by 12 Alvas, and Jayadav Geeta Govindam 12th century, followed by the Bhakti movement. Kabir Das 15th century, he also a very devotion to Bhakti movement. Bhakti movement means devotion to God. Okay, the devotee who have faith in the God, that is called Bhakti movement. Today we are going to see about them secular literature. What is secular? That is not connected with the religion. Okay, that is not connected with the religion. It is a secular literature. First point, Madhura Vijayam, Amutta Kalyanta are poems composed by Ganga Devi and Krishna Deva Raya respectively that help us gain insight into the events and individuals associated with the Vijayanagar Empire. For pre-Islamic period, the only exception was Kalhana's Rajataranji, 11th century. Okay, they have some poems that are composed by Ganga Devi is Madhura Vijayam and Amutta Malyata, other some poems, and Krishna Deva Raya respectively. They have some gain into the events and individuals associated with the Vijayanagar Empire. Chand Bardai, Prithviraj Raso portrays the Rajput king's valor. They have some Islamic period. Only the exception was Kalhana Rajataranji in 11th century. Books, biographies and autobiographies. Books, biographies and autobiographies. First point, Ziauddin Barni, a courtier of Muhammad Tughlaq, wrote Tariq-i-Firoz Shahi, in which he dealt with the history of Delhi Sultanate from Ghiyazuddin Balban to the early years of the reign of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Firishta Tariq-i-Firishta, 16th century, deals with the history of the rise of the Mughal power in India. Okay, books. What are the books are written and biographies and autobiography. Oh, they have some king written by themselves, some story about their work and contributions. Okay, these are the things are books, biographies and autobiographies. First one, Minhaj Siraj, patronized by Sultan Naziruddin Muhammad of slave dynasty. He belongs to the slave dynasty. He wrote the Tabaqat-i-Nazri. This deals with the period of the conquest of Muhammad Ghori. Okay. Then Macompadium was named after his patron. Hasan Nizami, a migrant from Ghazni, wrote Tazul Minza towards the ends of Iltutmish rule. Qutbuddin Aibak, he is considered as the first official history of the Delhi Sultanate. Ziauddin Barani, a rote of Muhammad Tughlaq, the Tariq-i-Firishta deals with the history of the rise of the Mughal power in India. So the peoples are wrote about the biographies or autobiographies of some peoples. They written themselves to honor of the some king. Travelers and travelogues. Travelers and travelogue. What is travelers and travelogue? Travelogue means a book. Travelogue is a book. Okay, this is a book about the places visited and experience encountered by the traveler. Okay, it is a book. It is a hint book, that is a experience about by the traveler who are visiting the particular places. This is called travelogues. First one, Marco Polo was twice in Kayal, which was a port city presently in Thoothukudi district of Tamil Nadu. Al-Biruni accompanied Muhammad of Ghazni in one of his campaigns and stayed in India for 10 years. Ibn Battuta, an Arab-born Morocco scholar, travelled from Central Asia and India. Okay, these are the peoples of travels and travelogues. Marco Polo, he is a Venetian traveler, visited the Pandya kingdom and leading temple Tamil power in the 13th century. And Marco Polo, he visited twice in Kayal, which is known as the Thoothukudi district of Tamil Nadu. Okay, it was full of ships from Arabia and China. Marco Polo himself came by ship from China. According to Marco Polo, thousands of horses were imported into southern India by sea from Arabia and Persia. Okay, Al-Biruni, 11th century, accompanied of Muhammad Ghazni, is one of his company, stayed in India for 10 years. The most accurate account of Muhammad Somnath expedition is that Al-Biruni. Ibn Battuta, an Arabo-Morocco scholar, travelled from Morocco right across the North Africa to Egypt and then to Central Asia and India. His travelogue is Rihla. The Rihla means the travels that contain the information about the people and the countries he visited. According to him, Egypt was rich then because of the whole of the Indian trade with the west passed through it. Ibn Battuta tells us the caste in India and the practice of sadi. Okay, we know what is sadi, and we learn from him the Indian merchants were carrying on a brisk foreign ports and Indian ships in the seas. He described the city of Delhi and magnificent city. Muhammad bin Tughlaq transferred his capital from Delhi to Devagiri, Dauladabad in the south, converting the city to a desert. Though the period he visited, Ibn Battuta visited during the time the Muhammad bin Tughlaq transferred his place. In the south side, Vijayanagar had many foreign visitors. Example, Niccolo Conti, Abdul Razak, okay, Domingo Peace. These are the people are visited during the Vijayanagar ruling time. All of them were recorded the observations that were very useful for us today to know the glory of the Vijayanagar Empire. Now take a book and material to split the words. Thank you, students.